I'm Debbie Robinson. I am a certified yoga therapist, and I am also certified to teach 12 Poses versus Osteoporosis by Dr. Lauren Fishman. I often teach these poses in my classes here in Southern California and wanted to film these 12 poses so you could follow along and practice them at your own leisure. However, I came across a video shoot of me doing all 12 poses a few years ago, which were captured in a spectacular location just 1 week before my total hip replacement surgery. I thought it would be great to share this video to show how this practice can be modified if needed and done by any age group or with any issues in your tissues. I want to caution that in my experience, I believe it is necessary to warm up the body and to have good somatic awareness of alignment, posture, and pay attention to where you are at this moment in your body when you do your practice. Safety is queen, and if you are doing this practice with proper alignment, you can safely do deep, strong work to stimulate your bones to get stronger for you.
I'd like you to get your mat, get a blanket, any blanket will do, a strap, and a block. These are the main props that we will use in this practice. In addition, I have a few other props, a bolster and an egg. So to begin with, I think it's very important that we warm up our body. So although the practice itself and the program that Dr. Fishman has when you are in that, it's the 12 poses done with 30-second holds. I think it's very important that we first warm up the body. I will do that. There are 12 poses. There are 3 that are on our backs. There are 2 poses in a seated position, 1 pose on our belly, and the rest are standing poses. So to begin with, rolling out your mat, getting your blanket at the top of your mat.
Now, we are going to go down on the ground, and I'd like to show you how to get down safely. Make sure that you don't round your upper spine. Turn your body to the side, and then reach your hand away as you come down onto your back. This will keep the upper back nice and straight. And then make sure the blanket is on your head and neck and not in the upper back to support your head. It's important, we'll do a little warming up here of the pelvis, moving through posterior tilt. So bringing your awareness to your core. As you inhale, let your belly rise up, let the low back come away from the floor. And then as you exhale, contract your core and gently push your belly towards the floor, trying to flatten the low back into the floor. Inhale, let your lower back come away from the floor. And as you exhale, contract your core, engage your pelvic floor, flatten your lower back into the floor. Inhale, lower back comes away from the floor. And exhale, press firmly as you contract your core and pelvic floor and flatten that lower back. You'll notice that my pelvis is rocking, and I am rocking through the center of my pelvis. You can feel this. You'll feel that as you contract your core and push your belly towards your spine, the low back presses into the floor and the top edge of the pelvis presses into the floor. As you inhale, you rock to the front edge near the tailbone and the lower back comes away from the floor. Then we're going to warm up the hip joint, since so much of this work is focused on the hip joint and the pelvic area. Inhale, let your legs go to the side. Exhale, back to center. Inhaling to the side and exhaling back to center. Inhaling and exhaling, using the internal and external rotator muscles of the hip joint. And then let's go a little deeper with this. Take the legs wide off the mat. And then inhale, allow the legs to go over to the side. As you exhale to come back to center, contract your core, protect your low back. Inhale to allow the knees to go to the other direction. And exhale to come back to center. Inhaling, allowing the knees to move to the side. Exhale, contract your core to come back to center. One more time. Inhale to the left and exhale back to center. Continue as long as you feel you need to warm up the hips, to lubricate the hip joint. Then bringing yourself back to center. Let's take the arms overhead, coming into scarecrow arms, allowing the palms to touch the floor, or barely hover off the floor. Feel the stretch in the shoulders, in the chest. And then we're going to lengthen our side body. This will prepare our body to do some of the back bending work that we do in this osteoporosis series. So as you begin to inhale, allow the knees to slowly move over to the left. And when the right leg comes into center, point the tip of the knee, the right knee, towards that front left corner edge of the mat. Allow the knee to relax, the left knee to relax to the left. Right knee actively pushing to the front left corner of the mat. And then lift that right arm off the floor, reaching the right arm. Keep the right arm straight. Reach out the heel of the hand, lengthening through that whole right side body. And then when you're finished, exhale, bring yourself back up to center. Let's go over to the other side. Activating that left hand, bringing that left hand off the floor, reaching the left hand away, and then inhaling, allowing the knees to go over to the right, or allow just the left knee to move over towards the right, pointing and moving the kneecap, the left kneecap, towards the front right corner of the mat. Activating left fingers moving away from you, left knee moving towards the front right edge of the mat, lengthening your lateral chain. You may feel this underneath your arms. You may feel this the front of the left hip joint. You may feel this in the lower back or the side body. And as long as it feels okay, make sure that whatever you do, it feels okay in your body. You'll need your block, activating the core here. And here we're going to do some core work. Take the block, press the block between your lower legs, activating and contracting the muscles in the legs, flexing the feet, pulling the toes towards you, arms are to the side. Inhale over to the left. Exhale, contract your core, squeeze the block, activate your toes, and bring yourself back to center. Inhaling, allow the knees to move over to the right. Exhale, contract your core back to center. Inhale to the left. Exhale, contract back to center. Inhale, knees move to the right. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, left. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, right. Bringing the knees back to center. Inhale to the left. Squeeze the block, contract the core, push the low back towards the spine. Inhaling over to the right. And then bringing the block to the side. Bring the knees into the chest. Allow the low back to press up against the floor and gently rock back and forth, side to side. Feel that nice massage in the lower back. Now we'll get ready to move into the 12 poses. The first pose we're going to do is Supta Padangusthasana number 1. Bring the left foot in, put the strap on the arch of the foot. Keep your arms straight, walk your hands up. Hold on to the strap and then straighten the right leg. Keep the right leg really active here. Pulling down on the strap to deeply root the left hip in the hip socket. Contract the muscles of the leg. Firm up the muscles of the leg and push the leg away from you towards the foot part of the mat. As you pull the strap towards you, pushing the leg away, create this opposing force in the leg. Knees straight. Let's move to the other side. Bending both knees, bring the right knee in, place the strap around the right foot. Wrap your hands around the strap, keep the arms straight, and then straighten your left leg. Firm up that top thigh. Press that left foot into the floor, keep it active. Pulling the strap down, activating the muscles of the right leg right away, pushing the leg away from you. We're trying to stimulate the pelvis here, and the hamstring muscles we're stretching are attached onto the pelvis. So right where the round part of the tushy cheek is where I'd like you to feel the stimulation here as you actively push the leg away from you and pull the leg towards you. Then gently coming out, bending the knees. Let's move into Supta Padangusthasana number 2, one of the other hip flexion poses here in this practice. Take your strap in your left hand, move your hand down the strap, straighten the right leg, keep it active, and then inhale to lengthen the left leg out to the left, resting the elbow on the floor to help support that leg. Moving the leg up to the top part of your mat near your head. Activate the straight right leg here, pressing that into the floor. Feel the inner thigh stretch. Try to keep the inner thigh of the left leg as far away from the right leg as possible. And then on your next exhale, bring yourself back up to center, and let's change legs. Bringing the right foot in, put the strap around the foot, and then wrap your hands around the strap. Keep your arms straight. Straighten your left leg, and then inhale the right leg out to the side. The energy comes up the inner thigh. Press into the arch part of the foot and allow the elbow to rest on the floor. Moving the right foot up towards the wall behind you, pressing the left leg in towards the floor. Active legs here, very active, strong work, hugging the bones with the muscles of the leg. And on your next exhale, coming back up to center, remove the strap, and we'll prepare for our next pose, which is bridge pose. Let's get our blanket ready. So roll onto your side, pushing yourself up. We're going to place the blanket behind our rib cage to get a little elevation here. So place the blanket on the floor, moving to the side, reaching away as you lower down onto the floor. Keep the rib cage on the blanket and the head and neck off. This gives a little support. Walking the feet closer to the body, the arms are down alongside the body. Push the feet into the floor, lift the pelvis off the floor, and then start to move the shoulder blades closer to the spine, and then press the shoulder blades into the rib cage to lift the rib cage up, pushing the heart towards the nose. This is extension, spinal extension. And we are strengthening the muscles of posture, the muscles that help to hold you upright and to keep this extension in the back. On the exhale, let's lower down one vertebra at a time. Bringing the knees in, rolling onto the right side. Use the left hand to push yourself up to seated. And then we'll move into the prone position, the locust pose. Coming onto your knees, begin to walk the hands forward, and then bend the elbows, keep them in at the side of the body as you lower all the way down. And then move your body back to get your pelvis on your blanket. Arms are down alongside your body. Straighten your legs and reach out your legs, reach out your arms. Inhale to rise. Deep breaths. Make sure the back of the neck is nice and long, reaching out of the head. If you'd like to reach the arms to the side, palms down in airplane pose. Toes reach back. And then if you want to come to the full expression of the pose, you could take the arms forward, keeping the arms off the floor. And then we will release out of this pose. Press into the floor, keep that extension in the back. Press the belly button to the spine as you come back. Now we'll do the 2 seated poses. So I like to put a block under a blanket for support here. Come to sit on the block or a bolster or folded blankets. Bring your right knee closer to your body. Grab onto the right knee with the left hand. Take the right hand behind you. Press down, lengthen your spine, push your chest forward. And as you exhale, take your lower ribs, your middle ribs, and your upper ribs to the right, letting the head rotate as far as it can comfortably. Feel the tension you're creating in the spine with this spinal twist. Press your heart forward, shoulder blades slide towards the spine. Keep the shoulders down out of your ears. Press the feet into the floor to protect the back, and exhale to come out. Let's do the other side, bending the left knee. Holding on, getting nice and tall, lengthening your spine. Right hand grabs on, left hand behind the body. Press down, get tall, and as you exhale, low ribs, middle ribs, and upper ribs to the left, and then the head. Slide the shoulder blades towards each other, lower the shoulders. Press the right foot into the floor, press the left foot into the floor. Rotate, rotate, rotate. And then let's release out of this pose. The next pose, you're going to move onto your right buttock, bending the right leg, put the right heel under the left buttock, and bring the left leg across to the right. Make sure you have space in your left waist. Put your left hand behind you, and as you inhale, lengthen, and exhale, rotate into the twist. Rotate, rotate, rotate. Breathe down to your belly. Press your left foot into the floor. Lengthen your left waist. Slide the shoulder blades towards each other. And as you exhale, let's come to the other side. Switching sides, take the left buttock to the block and the left heel under the right buttock. Bring the left leg to the other side. Then creating a little waist on your right side. Then creating a little space on your right side. You're going to lengthen your spine and exhale into the twist. Slide shoulder blades together. Elevate the heart forward. Let the head go. Breathe deeply down to the belly. Feel that twisting action. And then exhaling to come out. We will now move to the standing poses. The first pose we'll do is Warrior Two. Stepping to a wide stance, right foot points forward, left foot is angled in. Make that strong connection on your pinky toe edge of your left foot. As you bend the right knee, look down, make sure your right kneecap is tracking by your pinky toe and second toe. And then very strong, active left arch off the floor. Be strong in this warrior pose. And then when you're ready, inhale to come out. We'll go to the other side. Pointing left toes forward, moving the right heel back. Make that solid pinky toe edge, right foot arch is lifted. Lowering down, look at your knee, make sure you're tracking over your pinky toe, second toe. Be nice and deep, feel strong. Go to your comfortable place. Go to your edge where you feel that tension in the hips. Pushing your feet into the floor, pull that energy up into your body. And then when you're ready, let's come out. We'll move now into side angle pose. Right foot points forward, left foot is angled in. Bending down into the Warrior Two pose. And then place the right forearm on your thigh. Left hand up towards the sky. Keep your chest pointing forward. And then if it's comfortable for you to reach your right palm up and over towards the right, you can look down if this is better for the neck. Keep that left foot active, keep that right foot active, and then inhale to come up, and then coming to the other side. Left toes forward. Make that real strong connection with the right foot here. As you lower down, push on the side of the right leg, pinky toe edge really pressing into the floor, and then elevate your hand up towards the sky. The left forearm is on the thigh, reaching up and over. Head can be down or look straight ahead, or even for some you may look up at the sky, under your armpit, up towards the ceiling. When you're ready to come out of this, you're going to inhale, bring yourself back up. We're going to go now to the triangle pose, and I'm going to use the chair and a block. So let's come into the same foot position we were using for Warrior 2 and side angle. And then allow the hips to go to the left as the hand goes to the right. Tipping down, placing your right hand on the chair, left hand up towards the sky. You could stay here or you can come down onto the block if that is available for you. Choose the right pose for you. Press your feet into the floor. Bring that energy and power up into your legs. And then keeping the legs straight, take the arms out to the side and allow the obliques to lift you back up to straight. Moving over to the left side. Left toes point forward. Make that strong foot connection in your left foot. Activate that arch. Push down the side of the right leg. Reaching away with the left hand and reaching the hips to the right. And then tilting over. Keep your spine nice and long and straight. Hinging at the left hip joint. Compressive force in that left hip. Lots of stimulation happening there. Push your feet into the floor. Pull that energy up into your body. And choose the chair or the block to rest your left hand on. Keeping it active. And then inhaling to come out. The next pose we will do is the twisted triangle pose. Bringing your right foot forward, keep your feet about 2.5 feet apart. Keeping the spine nice and straight, hinging at the hip. You're going to lengthen out of your spine as you flex forward. Placing the left hand on the chair, the right hand on the hip, and then spiraling your torso to the right. Keep your shoulder moving towards the left, spiral that torso. You can look down or look away. Press through the left heel. Push both feet into the floor and pull that energy up into the body as you spiral and put that tension in the hips. Let's move now to the left side. Bring the left foot forward, the right foot is back. Block next to you if that's what you'd like, about 2.5 feet. Bring your arm forward, keeping that spine nice and long as you flex at that hip, bringing the right hand onto the chair or the block. Left hand on the waist and spiral your torso to the left. Contract your core to protect your lower spine here. Be nice and strong in the core as you reach out the crown of your head. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Push the right heel into the floor, push the left foot, and spiral those hips. Create that tension in those hips. Moving on to our last standing pose, tree pose. Then you're going to come onto the tippy toe of the right foot, move the knee out to the side, and then bring the right foot up onto the left leg. Pressing the foot into the leg into the foot. And then bring the hands up into tree pose. The chair is there, or if you would like to practice near a wall, try to use the chair or the wall for your hand, keeping the foot off the floor the entire 30 seconds if you can. moving over to the other side, looking down to make sure the toes are pointing forward. Lift the toes up, spread the toes. And then come onto the left tippy toes, knee is out to the side. Then bring that left foot up onto the lower leg, bringing the hands into tree pose. You can bring your fingers, your pointer finger and thumb together in Gyan Mudra if you would like, or open the hands. Gaze can be up, gaze can be straight forward. And if you do look down, don't look straight down, look about 10 feet in front of you. Bringing our hands together, coming out of that pose, we will now move to the final pose, Shavasana. You can end in Shavasana with the legs up the wall, the legs up the chair, a bolster underneath your knees, or just lie flat out on the mat. Bringing your awareness to your breath, allowing everything to settle. And allow all the work that was just created during today's practice to settle in to your body, to ground your energy. Deep breaths down to the belly. Stay in your Shavasana pose for a minimum of 30 seconds, all the way up to 15 minutes. Allowing your nervous system to calm down, your body to relax, your mind to relax. And then when you're ready, bring your knees into your chest. Roll onto your side. Use your hand to push you away from the floor to come up to seated.
That was my 12 poses that were used in the ongoing study and have shown bone density increase. I can notice where I modified or where there was a limitation due to my hip issues. And I'm still amazed that I could do these strong poses with good alignment in my condition at the time. If you are new to yoga, please learn more about the foundational work necessary to strengthen the core and the support muscles to keep you strong as you practice. I have taught this practice since early 2014 to hundreds of ladies and men, and I feel strongly that safety is paramount to this practice so you can truly tap into the tremendous healing capability that it offers. I hope to empower you to add yoga to your life so you can age gracefully. I have more information on my website and many videos to teach foundational asana to strengthen your body and information on the why it can be beneficial to add yoga to your life. Please follow the links below to debbierobinson.com. And I am excited to have you as a member of our community.